Hi everybody, Nate Eaton here in the eastidahonews.com lobby with Derek Yagues. This is the guy we've been trying to find for the past few days. He's the Good Samaritan who came to the rescue during a horrible car crash on the 4th of July. We surprised Madison, who works at Java Express. You met Madison that day. And we want to give you, from Ashley Furniture, a gift card to go to the movies and to go to Target. And Derek, if you could just tell me, what were you doing that morning when this crash happened?
So when the accident happened, I was on my way to actually the grocery store to go get just a couple bags of chips for a barbecue. Just a normal casual morning enjoying the 4th of July, and I heard the loud accident, and I pulled over and parked, and you could instantly see that there was a devastating scene just right there. So I parked my car, barely put it in gear probably, and I ran over to that car, and with all the multiple vehicles, there was the car there with the two little girls in it and their dad, and it was not a safe situation and not a good situation. So I immediately went to them and I assessed the situation. I checked with the dad because he was not doing very well. He was in shock. I checked with the oldest daughter, which was much better. She was hysterical, but she was doing okay. And then I assessed the daughter in the back, and she had some severe injuries as well. So I tried to tend to her, make sure she didn't move, and make sure that she was okay. And then I put my attention on the oldest daughter because she was the one that we needed to help out, and she was in a place where she was more coherent. So. And you stayed with those girls until the ambulance took them, right? Oh yeah, I stayed till long afterwards. I didn't leave their side. And then went back to the hospital. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I went back to the hospital just to make sure that they were fine. Yeah. Of course I did. A piece of her heart was with me. It was a terrible thing. So. You mentioned one of the things that the girl said to you is she was upset that it happened on the 4th of July. Yeah. One of the first things she said was, she said, out of all days, she said, I've never been in an accident. Like, she was terrified. She said, but it happened on the 4th of July, and she was more worried about her little sister. She's not going to get to see the fireworks, and now we're going to miss the fireworks. And I said, it's okay, sweetheart. I said, I promise there will be more fireworks, and it's going to be okay. And your sister will be okay, too. It was sweet. Well, good for you in Madison. So the mother of these girls, as we mentioned earlier on Feel Good Friday, reached out and said, we know who Madison is. She works at Java Express. But tracking down this guy, they thought his name was Derek, and there was a few photos. And literally, we posted this story, and within like 10 minutes, we had 50 messages. It's Derek, it's Derek, it's Derek. Now, Derek, this isn't the first time that you've been involved with a traumatic incident. I mean, you yourself were unfortunately in the news last year. Yes, I was. I had an incident here in town where I was beaten severely, and I was in the hospital for a while. And my physical being from the neck up was broken. Both of my jaws were broken. My teeth were kicked out. My nose was shattered. My eye sockets were shattered. My skull was fractured. I couldn't really eat, sleep, or do anything for a while. It was probably spiritually and mentally more of a challenge than anything else to try to bounce back from. So. After, and that's why when I saw that accident in that family, it all kind of brings back that trauma a little bit, and my heart just sank for them. And so, it's been a rough couple of years. So, it's taken me not just the incident, but, and I'm sure just like for these little girls, the accident is one thing, and to go through the physical trauma, but, the mental and spiritual and physical stuff all lingers on long past when the event occurs. And that was about 1.5 years ago, and if you look at the photos, they're just horrific what you went through. But you're looking good today. I mean, you couldn't be able to tell. How are you doing physically and mentally and spiritually? Well, it was a kind of a great lesson because physically I still have my issues. I get migraines. I wasn't able to read without getting an instant migraine for a long time. I have severe pain, with my teeth still. These are just fake. I still have to get them fixed. So I can't eat steak. I can't eat certain things, which sounds silly, but if you've been through it, you understand. But no, physically, I'm making it through it and adjusting. Mentally, my memory is, I have short-term memory loss. And people that know me, it's like I have that squirrel brain. I forget things. But I don't know. I kind of am more of a looking at the glass half full. Like I'm here. I'm coherent. I can read, write. I can still talk. And spiritually, it's probably been the biggest blessing. It broke me. It literally broke me physically, spiritually, and mentally. But I had to start from the ground up at that point, all alone. And so by starting spiritually and inside, everything else is just been a blessing. Like I'm bouncing back and starting from the ground up. So just one day at a time, I'm trying to be a better man, and be a better person. And I was grateful that I'm in the place that I am. This is one of the biggest blessings on the 4th of July, is when that did happen, to know that I'm well enough now that I'm in a place to where I can react and try to help, in a situation like that.
You could have left wherever you were 5 minutes earlier or 10 minutes later and missed this whole thing. Do you think that there maybe was a reason that you were there that specific second and heard that scream, whether it was in your mind or real?
Oh yeah, I don't believe in complete coincidences. I think that was definitely meant to be, not only for them, but probably most definitely for me, just to remind me how precious life is. And we see so many negative things all the time in the news and the media, and it's always, it's kind of a downer. It's good to see positive things. I definitely am not a hero or anything like that. Far from, but I'm a man that has an obligation to just, contribute, and I want to start doing good. And if I can help a family or anything like that in that situation, I would hope someone would do the same for me and my daughters in the same situation. So.
Well, they're the mother of that children. The children think you're a hero. So I know you don't.
She was a sweetheart. Like I said, my first thought was just on the girls, making sure they were safe, and then she was well enough, the oldest daughter, Madison, to give me her mom's number. So another bystander, and there was more people around that were, they didn't want to get in the way, but one of them let me use his phone, and I called her mom for her, and we got her mom there. Or Destiny, not Madison, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Anyways, but Destiny was coherent enough to give me her mom's number, and then I was kind of still frantic a little bit and so worried about her because she had glass everywhere kind of lodged in her skin, and she kept wanting to rub it. So I wanted to help her, and thank goodness Madison was there as well. She talked to her mom in a calm way, which I could not do. And between Madison and I, and many other people there, and whoever the gentleman was that helped me rip the door open to get her out, there was another guy that helped me. Actually, we physically had to rip that door off to get her out, Destiny, out of the car. So there was a lot more people involved. I don't know why we're just two people that happen to be getting acknowledged for it, but yeah, it was a blessing all around for all of us, I think.
Derek Yagues, one of our local heroes who's overcome a lot in his life and is now helping others, obviously, on the 4th of July. Go to the movies this weekend or go shopping.
I'm thankful. I'm grateful very much. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you for all you've done.